Yo, what's going on, Team Twitter? I hope you're all super well. Today is Sunday. It's kind of like an active rest day. It's a little bit later in the day. I'm about to head down to the park with Sam and Jack. We're going to get a trio session in, some football, tennis, and then I'm not too sure what else we'll do. I'm really looking forward to it. Having a partner there whilst you're training, it just adds an extra dimension to what you can and can't do. Now, I want to keep this intro short because I want to get into the training session, but this video is sponsored by OneFootball. I've opened up the app today to see the Premier League results. Now, Liverpool smashing West Ham 4-0. This app is great. It tells you when all the goals were scored, the lineups, the stats, and if you can't watch the game, it's got a live ticker here, so you can see exactly what goes on in each minute. If you want to download it, make sure you click the link in the description, and then you don't have to go to Google every morning. So I'm just trying to help you guys out. Anyway, let's head down to the park and get this session in.
Sheldon with the serve. Jack with the return. Sheldon with the return. Oh, it's a cheeky one. Oh, Jack comes back with a little tap. Oh, that's absolutely. And Jack just cannot handle it. It's 3-2 to Jack. Surprising for sure. I mean, who would have thought Jack to be winning? No one at all. Oh, Sheldon handles it with ease. Oh, it's a brilliant shot. Oh, and Jack cannot handle Sheldon's absolute sledgehammers. Jack is winning 4-3. Match point, boys. Match point. Just a bit of back and forth. You already know. Oh, Jack. Oh my God, it is 4-all. It's sudden death. This is sudden death. Sheldon wins. Sammy, silly mistake. Oh, that is filthy. It is filthy. I'm washing my hands. Oh no.
I'm confused. Let's just finish it off with a knife.
No way. No! Oh my God.
What you want? Wait till it touches it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Woo! So I've come back from that session. As you guys saw, it was light. It's what you expected. Nothing intense at all. It's not a recovery day. It's an active rest day where I get my muscles moving. We did that possession, piggy in the middle if you want to call it, for probably 45 minutes non-stop, I would say. It was good fun. Really forced you to decide, do you keep the ball until the defender comes close? Do you pass it? It was just a great little decision-making drill. Now, some of you guys might be saying, Sheldon, why are you training with these guys? You should be training with people who are your own age, or whatever you want to say. The fact is, these guys are decent players, and of course, they're not going to be up to my standard. I'm 5 years older than them, but having a partner there in training is so important. If I go down to the park by myself, there's only so much I can do. But if you go down with someone, I remember so many times when I was younger, I went down to the park with Dad, and he would remember as well. We would go down together and he would just kick the ball towards me, and having someone there to just do that and kick it to you. You guys have seen my dad's football career isn't of the highest achievements, but he was able to kick the ball to me, so it made it different. I wasn't passing against the wall. I didn't know exactly where the ball was going to bounce, and it just made it more real. So having someone there that I can play football, tennis with, have a bit of a laugh with as well, have someone put pressure on me, so when I have the ball, I have to make a decision. A person is still a person. You can't just kick it through them. So, you know, obviously I get a much more intense session done with someone like Pat or Jay, but on a recovery day like this, and even any other day, just having a partner there, it will help you so much. So try and find yourself a training partner. You will see the benefits in it. And on top of that, it's more fun as well. You can go for a longer amount of time. You know, it is difficult to get yourself down to the park and pump out a 45-minute session non-stop. But, you know, with the three of us, we pumped out 45 minutes without even having second thoughts about it. So yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Now, I've come home to cooking, and there's actually nothing in the freezer. Right there is where tuna pasta is supposed to be, but there's no tuna pasta. I don't really know what I'm gonna cook. I guess I'll try and sort something out and get back to you guys soon. Welcome to the next episode of Cooking with Tweety. Step 1, tip the food into the bowl. Scrape the food into the bowl. Chuck it in your microwave for about 2 minutes. Chuck your toast on. So I forgot to film 3 very important pieces of the meal. Now you guys might not be able to follow along with these 3 steps. They're pretty difficult. The first is adding sour cream. The second is adding butter to the toast. And third, pouring an orange juice. There's a lot of things about juice out there that says it's not good for you. I probably shouldn't be having water, but I will after this to rehydrate my body. I need to get this food into me. I got the football up there. It's a chill day away from football. Well, not really. I can't get away from it. The 2 days I had, I was eager to get back out there. So yeah, dinner, footy. It's a nice night in. Dinner is over and my team won. The Cronulla Sharks, I love them. I want to quickly touch on something very small as well, not so much related to football, but some of you say, Sheldon, are you using this phone? Or you might be thinking, Sheldon, do you use your Chinese Xiaomi phone? And to be honest with you, no, it cost me $180. I've had it sitting in my room doing absolutely nothing because I can't come away from the iPhone. Now, over the weekend, the reserved grade team for our club won the comp, meaning they came first on the ladder at the end of the season. And I'm pretty sure they had a massive celebration because by the looks of things, someone has stepped on the top of my phone. You can see there, it's almost like they've just jumped on it. There's a massive stud mark, and you know, I'm not gonna go complain about that. It's one of those things that just happens, but that is pretty bad. So maybe that's the gods telling me that you need to change onto this one, but I don't know if I can do it. I love iMessage so much. I love FaceTime, and that's it. That's literally the only thing that the Apple phone has over the others. So there's no way I'm going to buy another Apple phone. I think eventually I'll get onto this, but yeah, I thought I'd give you guys an update. Now, the other day I did a little bit of juggling up against this wall, and as you guys know, my record right here, 446. That is the record I have set for myself for 2 touch against the wall. Meaning I go touch, kick, up against that wall, it comes back, touch, kick, up against the wall, touch, kick, up against the wall. Now, I've been getting back into this wall juggling recently because it will improve your first touch so much, but I haven't really gone for the record, and I have a bit of time tonight where I'm not really doing much. My body's feeling good, and I think that 446 might get beaten. So look, I'm going to take my highest score, chuck it in fast forward for you guys, and you'll probably see it in about a total of 15 to 30 seconds. But yeah, let's see if I can beat the almighty 446, and then I'll change it to whatever I get. I really want to get 1,000 one day. Let me know what your score is down in the comments. I'm so interested to hear how you guys go in your football lives. If you can beat my record, credit to you. But you're going to have a hard time beating this new one I'm about to set. If I do it. I know I will. I'm confident. Also got socks on today because last time I tried to do this juggling, it was pretty difficult with cold feet on the hard ball. So today's the record. Man, I'm so sorry, but the camera cut off. You're going to have to trust me. One of the things I pride myself on is everything on this channel is 100% truth. I don't like to lie about anything because that takes away from what the journey really is. If something doesn't happen, I tell you guys. If something happens, I tell you the truth. So there, I finished on 208. That took me about 35 minutes, I want to say. I'm pretty dead after it. My feet are sore. Kicking barefoot for that long, I think it's good for your foot because it's foot conditioning. My mentor always used to say, try and get down to the park, train barefoot if it's just a little lap around the oval dribbling with the ball. But yeah, I'm gonna stop there. 208 is a pretty decent score. You know, I really want to try and push back up to that 446 mark, but I can't expect to get there straight away. It's gonna take some work. But yeah, I need a shower now. Shower done. Now I'm in the kitchen. It's kind of late. What time are we at? It's 11 o'clock. So I need to be heading off to bed pretty soon. The awesome thing about being a footballer and not having like a 9 to 5 job is I can sleep whenever I want. In saying that, you don't really want to go to bed from 3 till 2 p.m. I've done that in the past, and trust me, it's really not a good idea. We're talking long before the 365-day challenge, and you just feel tired, lethargic. It just does not feel good. My recommendation is to set a time that is similar each night that you go to bed. You know, it can be within a couple of hours. Ideally, you want it to be on the dot if possible. So for me, I probably get into bed about 11:15 or so, which then allows me to sleep. And for me, I barely ever set an alarm unless I absolutely have to, because I 100% believe that your body and your mind will wake up when it thinks it needs to wake up. So for you guys at school, go to bed a little bit earlier. If you have to go to work, go to bed a little bit earlier. So that's kind of how I do things. I need to have a smoothie because on rest days, it's still super important that you put the work in off the field as well. You know, that includes stretching, rolling, but eating the right foods and fueling your body is just as important. I think if we're all honest with ourselves, we can improve in that department. I, for one, am certainly trying to work on it every single day because I know that if I can improve my food and make sure I'm hitting the right calories each day, I'm going to be a better footballer on the field. And I'm going to look a little better as well, but that's besides the point. So if you guys aren't familiar with the smoothie, basically I chuck in 3 eggs, frozen berries, oats, chia seeds, protein powder, and then a little bit of milk and water as well. Usually this hits about 1,000 calories, but I don't know, this could be about 1,000. I'd say it's probably about 800 is my guess. You get around 1,000 when you put a tablespoon of peanut butter and then a tablespoon of Greek yogurt. Not a tablespoon, a spoonful of Greek yogurt. And then instead of milk, chocolate milk. That's when you hit the big numbers. We're talking 1.2K. So yeah, super important stuff. I need to be focusing on this every day, improving off the field. And you know, going into men's football, it's a completely different beast to playing with kids, I guess, under 20s. It's so different. So I need to prepare myself and make sure I'm ready for whatever comes at me. But now, time to make this smoothie. Now, I don't know if you guys know something called acai bowls. It's pretty much exactly this. I put mine in a smoothie bowl. Would you call it a smoothie bowl? I don't know. But I put it in this, and I had never really had an acai bowl until I met Lucy, and then she really got me into them. She's great, isn't she? Anyway, we had one the other day, and what they put in it was honey. And so I just saw this up there, and I was like, man, what a good idea. Let's just put some honey on that, make it a bit sweeter. And it's going to taste absolutely amazing. So we'll see how that goes. You can't really go wrong, can you? But yeah, this is dessert. Wow. That's a big dessert. So let's get a live taste test of what it tastes like with the honey. Oh, that looks good. Okay. Not a huge fan. It's gone hard. I can see it being really good, but the honey goes hard. How can I fix that? I don't know. Oh well, it's still decent. Also got my water bottle, as I always say, important to stay hydrated. I really want to get like a 4-litre one and just have it at my desk. I think it would help me an absolute ton, but 1 litre is still pretty decent. So with the stretching and rolling done, I'm ready for bed. Overall, it's been a decent day in terms of an active rest / recovery day. I went to the park for probably an hour and 15 minutes. I did ball work at home for 35 minutes. I did some stretching and rolling. I made sure I ate well, just making sure I'm doing all the right things. Because you never know when an opportunity might come up, and when it does, I need to be ready for it. You know, some rest days you need to just sit down and not do anything at all, really. But other days you need to get out and do an active recovery. Whether that's a little bit of a cycle or a little bit of ball work. Not intense, but just working. So tomorrow I'm back to the grind, making sure that I'm working hard, getting to the gym. I'm keen for that, deadlifts, all that sort of stuff. I'm keen. So I'm going to end it there. I need sleep, another important aspect of recovery. Team Tweety, I'm signing out. Make sure to leave a like on this. Subscribe around here. Join us in the rest of your life.
Listen.